Recording.
Welcome to the show. A horrible show. A terrible show. Absolutely the worst, especially these last 2 weeks. You can ask anyone about it. Especially me and the crappy computer scenario. But hey, we at least got something going up. We were all three here hanging out together over at... Well, where is this?
My in-laws game building. little bit of different format today. We're doing audio only, just due to computer technical difficulties and just some other things that have been going on.
Yeah, so if you wanted to know exactly what happened, pretty much I go to load up the computer and start getting ready for the show on that last week, and my user profile was corrupted. So that's in the process of being fixed. Looks like it's more serious than we had really hoped, and so the whole computer is just getting wiped and reinstalled Windows on it. So that's fun. But, hey, we've had an eventful 2 weeks. I guess we're going to war in Nigeria, or at least maybe we're going to bomb them. And then, well, Snap-pocalypse is happening. So let's talk about all that. John?
Welcome to the show, John.
Sorry, I have my 3-year-old with me, so I'm trying to keep him quiet and entertained. So.
But, hey, the giggles are entertaining.
Oh, yes. So, what is this we are talking about going to war with in Nigeria?
Oh, yeah, so President Trump has been giving out... Well, President Trump relisted Nigeria as a country of concern because what's happening there is, I guess, a Christian genocide by some of the Muslim extremists in the country, and Nigeria is not really doing anything to stop it. So he relisted them as a country of concern and is now offering asylum for any of them who are trying to get out, which, not against that. Actual real asylees, for once. And now he is threatening Nigeria. What he is telling them, last I read, is he's going to be taking away all U.S. aid from them if they don't become proactive against the genocides that are occurring there. It's not... it's effectively going to be a genocide. It's just, at this stage, it only looks like a couple mass murders. But early-stage genocide looks like a couple mass murders.
I was just going to say, what's the definition of genocide and a couple mass murders? Is it
genocide doesn't...
onesie-twosies, or is it just...
Well, genocide, technically, if I remember right, it doesn't actually require killing everyone of an ethnic group or religious belief or political or a national identity. It can even just be pushing them off of that land, where you're kicking them out of their land and they're having to leave the country entirely. Even if you don't kill any of them, it's still considered a genocide because you're effectively murdering the culture that they have. You're wiping them off of that land, not by murder, but they're no longer there, and so what they once were is now gone. Normally, though, when you have instances like that, a lot of death happens at the same time. So...
Yeah. That's not something to laugh at, but oh well.
But yeah, so Trump is threatening to take away all U.S. aid, and if they still don't get actively involved, he is threatening to, I don't think he said boots on the ground.
Yeah, he did.
Did he say boots on the ground?
If I read the article correctly, he threatened military action.
Well, he threatened military action, but that doesn't necessarily mean boots on the ground.
With our technology, you can just drop a bomb on them.
Like, military action for Trump is just sending the Marines in.
Well,
or you drop a bomb from a drone from a base in Nevada and you call it good.
That's the other thing, though, is I think what it would end up looking like is just like Iran. He sent in B-2 bombers, targeted strikes that just wiped out essential assets, and then got out of there. Because he doesn't want... Trump, we know from his past, his first term, he doesn't want boots on the ground. Because when you get boots on the ground, you start getting entangled in the area. And then it becomes more complicated, and you put American lives more at risk. The pilots always are at risk when they're going up in the air, going over another country. Not just from being hit, but then also just engine failure or any failure of any of the thousands of parts on airplanes.
You saw that the Air Force increased, just while you're talking about like pilots, they increased their like if you're going to become a pilot, you're mandatory like 10 years, I think now.
Oh, really?
Because they're losing so many pilots.
Oh.
Because being a pilot's a rough job, okay?
No, it's not easy.
You know what I mean? Imagine flying all the way across the world.
Yeah. The Army and the Marine Corps give the Chair Force a lot of crap, but to be fair, it's like it's not an easy job, and they have high standards too.
Well, look at the B-2 Spirit bombers. They've got 2 crews. One sleeps while the other one flies.
They are so sexy, though.
Flying Doritos.
Yeah.
Freedom Doritos.
Yep.
Okay.
Freedom Doritos.
Yep.
Hey, you drop a nuke from one of those. That is the hot chip challenge right there.
My favorite's the Bone, the B-1.
Oh yeah.
Supersonic bomber.
I personally love the SR-71. That's my favorite.
The Blackbird.
My grandpa was involved in the design. He was a chemical engineer, and he actually helped with designing the paint that absorbs radar.
Careful. You're going to be killed now because you know that information.
By the way, I am perfectly happy.
So you know the whole reason, like, I'm a machinist by trade.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason the machining industry can machine titanium the way we can is because of that project.
Oh, really? The SR-70 Black?
Yeah, that was the first.
That's awesome.
That is the first major project that machinists has ever tackled titanium.
Damn.
You know the story about how we got all that titanium?
No.
We set up shell companies.
Of course. That naturally.
So
we set up shell companies.
The United States set up shell companies in like the Caribbean and in South America to develop these major breaking innovation pizza ovens.
So they set up shell companies in countries that have less regulation.
So I'm getting there. They were developing pizza ovens. So when you hear about the SR-71, it's sometimes called
titanium
the
pizza ovens.
Yes. The reason they would set up the shell companies is because the biggest exporter of titanium in the world at the time was the Soviet Union. So they set up these shell companies to buy the titanium from the Soviet Union to build the SR-71 to spy on the Soviet Union.
You know,
it's quite smart.
Yes. It's how the cookie crumbles. A lot of people don't realize how much even enemy nations can be interdependent on each other for resources.
Like us with China, we get a whole bunch of resources from China, and then
how many of our medications come from China?
India.
That's the thing. So many of our medications, they
mostly
may be
India.
developed here.
It's mostly India. India's the
Okay, India now, but I know China's a big producer too.
They're the big producer, but the development and all that comes out of India.
Oh, does the development come out of India?
Mm-hmm.
India's isn't it the pharmaceutical
capital of the world?
Yeah.
Well, that explains why my pills smelled like curry.
So we used to no offense to people in India, but
red dot, not feather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I used to, when I started for Napa,
Flavor Indians, not savor Indians.
I used to make brakes. I used to manufacture, actually make them, and we get the boxes from India, and they smelled like crap. Because you had to boil them in water to get it moldable to put to your brake before you put the rivets in, or put them in the oven to glue them on, and the smell. So you just go home and just smell.
During COVID, at my old job in the warehouse, we got a bunch of pallets that came in from stuff that was made for us in China. This is during COVID, and when it gets in there, there's on the bottom board of the pallet on the inside, there's like an inch of just black powder. And when I was looking at this, it's like, these people are filthy. No wonder why COVID's a thing.
What was the powder? Just like
I don't
moisture absorbing something?
No,
something
it was
like that?
it was sketchy stuff. I have no clue what it is.
Well, I mean, they don't regulate anything over there.
Why would
the closest thing it looked like was some of the black powder that was created just by the wearing down of bearings over on our beltways at the warehouse.
Oh,
that's the closest thing it looked like.
So they look like grain shavings.
No.
Like someone had taken a grinder to it and created like an iron powder?
Not that coarse, finer. That's the thing. I don't know what the heck it was. But yeah, it was coming
Probably
from China,
like
and I was like, well,
cocaine or
it was from China, and we joked like, hey, there's our next pandemic right there.
Yeah.
Whatever they're sending on our pallets.
Toxic. You probably have cancer now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all have cancer. What are you talking about?
I mean, California, everything.
Yeah.
Now, Proposition 65, is it?
We're mandatory at Napa. Like, we have to put special stickers just for California.
Yeah.
So everything for California, we have to give them freaking all the stupid people from California. Not all of you are stupid, but 95% of you are stupid.
If you don't live in the big cities,
So
you're not counted.
Anyone from like Redmond North.
So
it's just the coast.
So
really.
my in-laws are from California.
Apple Valley North.
So literally, it's San Francisco, L.A., Sacramento, and what's the other big one?
San Diego.
And San Diego. You don't live in there. The rest of the state's red.
Yeah.
They hate the cities.
Yeah. So you're saying
But
labels.
we have to put special stickers, and if we don't, we
What
get
is
fined.
it? This is known to cause cancer.
And some other warning labels that we have to put in our stuff.
I mean,
and if we don't, we get in trouble.
Before the internet was really big, when I was a kid, we had a joke about California. Like, hey, when are they going to realize that it's not everything that's causing cancer? It's just California.
You don't want cancer, don't live in California.
Pretty much.
Don't visit California if you don't want cancer. Just grief.
Okay, I have to say, as much as I give crap, my wife's from California, she's from Ventura area.
Mm-hmm.
Never been, but we used to visit California all the time growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. It's a beautiful,
Dude, I
beautiful
love
state.
San Diego.
It's a beautiful state.
Just the politics of it. It's the way they have their zones or whatever split up. The people in the country don't have any say over how the state is run.
The whole state's been gerrymandered.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they're doing in Utah.
What they did? Yeah, let's
Oh,
talk about
they
that
did
for a
just do
second.
that.
Hallelujah. Gerrymander that
They
crap, man.
They
Gerrymandered
gerrymandered
it.
the crap out of Utah.
Good.
St.
Did you
George
know-
now dictates what we do.
Oh, well,
Did you not
better
see
than
them
frickin'
around?
Salt Lake dictates.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Salt Lake's always been its own district, and still is.
Kind of. It's always been divided between some
So-
districts. Salt Lake County. Sorry, not Salt Lake City, but Salt Lake
Salt
County.
Lake County is now its own district. But we are what, District 3 now?
St.
District
George
2?
controls all the way up to Utah County.
Dang.
Yeah.
Pretty much half the state.
Dang.
That's not okay.
So you got like
Well, the thing is, though,
Price and everything is one. Then we have St. George all the way up to
here's the
Southern
thing
Provo.
about it. So the nice thing about it, though, is the way it's gerrymandered. No matter how it was gerrymandered, all the gerrymandering options were going to basically guarantee Republican seats.
Not
Not
St. George.
necessarily.
That's the thing, though, is it's up for debate because the thing is, it is also mid-census, so this is a mid-census gerrymandering that's occurring. And so we don't have a current census going off of, we only have the previous census to go off of. And so Californians moving in
Now,
other states moving in affect how people vote in the area. So it's possible.
So let's backtrack to 2020. How many people actually participated in the census?
Well, should be 100% because you're
It
required to.
It should be.
But it's not. I don't know how many.
I was never notified.
You were never notified?
I was never notified of the census.
Damn.
How old were you?
I was 20.
Were you married?
No.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Well, no, I'm still a legal adult. Once you're 18, you
well,
are required to.
Were
talk to the
you
census.
were you living with your mom and dad at the time?
No,
so?
I was living in college, not like college, down to St. or Good Hill.
Snow College.
I've never been in college during a census, though, so
They
I
could
don't
have
know.
it could have got lost in the mail to me.
That-
Very well
the-
could. I still participated because there was an online thing because I knew
Mm-hmm.
I knew better, but it was one
That's
of those
good.
like.
But
what
yeah,
the crap! I was never notified of the census.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense that if during college times that can get lost. But yeah, so we're going off of the old census and people coming into the state. I mean, you don't know how they're going to just come into the state. I mean, you have an idea because you know where the development's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're kind of guessing where these people are coming from.
Tell you this, I don't want St. George in charge of my politics up here.
Nuh-uh.
Because St.
Honestly, I
George,
don't know
you're
much
getting,
about St. George. Go ahead.
you're
It
getting
is-
a lot of
It's so blue.
Is it really?
Yes.
You're getting a lot of people from California, Nevada. And they're big city down there.
Nevada's fine. Nevada's a red state.
What's the population?
I know, but still,
What's the population of St. George?
It's pretty big.
I don't know. Pull it up on your phone. Sorry, my kid's watching my phone.
Honestly, I should have my phone out too, just so we can do this.
Yeah.
If you had any doubt that we are recording straight and raw, here it is.
Well, it's been a very complicated month. I mean, we had the elk hunt, deer hunt, and it's just been go, 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 go. So, very stressful time. Cedar City has grown.
Yeah, yes, it has.
It's huge.
So, average population in St. George is 109,000.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's pretty big, though.
That is
down
big.
There in southern Utah.
That is big, but if you're talking about so much of the state being included, you have to remember.
Hold on. That's just St. George as a city. That's not Washington County in general.
What's Washington County?
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm looking at here.
Because if it comes all the way up, if it comes all the way up into Utah County, that district though, you have to remember Orem. Probably not in that district, but Orem.
It's not. It's cut off.
That's part of the Salt Lake.
Yeah, but Orem's almost 100,000, or if not already over 100,000 just for that city.
So Washington County is approximately 213,000.
Okay.
As of 2024.
Okay.
So that's probably gone up too.
Yeah.
Because Cedar City, you drive down to Cedar City, drive down to Cedar City, it is crazy. I don't know why they don't have their own Costco down there, to be honest.
St. George has it.
Yeah, I know. But Cedar City. Have you been to Cedar City this last year?
Mm-hmm. I go every year. Grandpa's buried there. St. Iron County, which is what Cedar City has, is 67,000. So you're looking 300,000 in just the two southernmost counties.
Yeah, see, I don't know why they threw Delta. Like, I understand Delta being out there with them.
Like Millard County, Fillmore, Delta, Leamington, all that makes sense. We got Juab County, we got southern Utah County.
Utah County and Juab County should be together.
Yeah, well, we got half of Utah County.
I know, and Juab should be together because part of Utah County is
keep in
rural.
mind, the city of Nephi is not even 10,000 in population.
I know, it's great, but it's growing.
It's growing way too fast.
Here's an estimate, though, okay? So this kind of tells you, this is just an AI overview. It may not be completely accurate, but this does make some sense, though. Is the district population for the new 2nd Congressional District, which includes St. George, has a total population of 702,000.
That makes sense, seeing as how Utah only has about 3
So when you talk about Washington County, if that's more blue, being 200,000 almost, that's why I was like 190 something, is when I was looking
213.
at 213. So anywhere between 197 to 213 in that area, it's pretty outweighed by the rest of that district. So that's actually, it looks like they gerrymandered it to get all that rest of that part of Utah to outweigh St. George to make it a red district.
So
could be, who knows? We'll see. Just their policies down there are very much like California. It's like trying to make it a mini California down there.
One of my friends doesn't like the gerrymandering at all, and he's conservative. And I'm just looking at him like, dude, like this is what I think of gerrymandering. Okay, you got the House of Representatives; those seats change out every 2 years. Then you got the Senate that changes out every 6 years, and then you got the presidency, which is four-year terms, but typically most presidents enjoy 8 years. Most presidents will enjoy about an 8-year tenure. So you have 2, 4, 2, 6, 8-year, and then gerrymandering 10-year. And the reason why I put gerrymandering in there is these are all political cycles. Every 10 years we have the gerrymandering that typically occurs. Mm-hmm. And so what that does, it weighs all these districts in certain directions, either being more conservative or more liberal because they gerrymander it. And so then these districts have 10 years where they're stuck like this until they can try to redistrict. And so you get this 10-year cycle of when they might become blue districts or they might become stronger red districts, depending on how it happens.
You know what would be really sad? And here in 5 years, we're going to figure out if it happens or not if Utah picks up another congressional seat.
Yeah, because here in 5 years, is it 5 years roughly? Well, 2020 was that last census, mm-hmm. right?
It's on the 10-year.
Yeah,
so at the beginning of
here
every
in
decade.
5 years we'll have the next census, and in all likelihood, Utah could pick up one seat. Especially because of all the deportations, and not just the deportations, but the biggest part is just eliminating the new incoming illegal immigrants and legal immigration, just tamping down on that. But then with the population decline, which has been happening in the U.S., which is why a lot of these politicians have wanted mass immigration, we could be seeing a massive reshifting away from the cities and towards the more rural areas in congressional districts.
So if California gets rid of all the illegal immigrants, they're more than likely to lose about 10 seats. Because they have 50.
I think it was 10. I think the number I heard is 50, between 5 and 7.
They have 53 right now.
Yeah.
Because 2 were redistricted in the last census.
But then also we have the Supreme Court is going to be hearing the case. I can't remember the name of the case. But it's going to be hearing a challenge, basically, to a previous Supreme Court ruling that allowed for them to... The whole point of the original was to make it so you couldn't discriminate against minorities when gerrymandering. But what it ended up doing was the inverse, where it actually created like black-only gerrymandered districts and Hispanic-only gerrymandered districts and Jewish-only gerrymandered districts. And it'll eliminate a lot of that. And just that alone, there's estimates as many as 15 congressional seats that the Democrats could lose.
Well, there's that. And then this is a bit of news that I found out the other day. The United States might be picking up 4 more states from Canada.
I doubt it.
Yeah. It probably won't happen.
They signed their letters asking for permission to come over.
Permission to come over, just at least permission to secede from Canada.
No, they signed their letters asking to come over.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the likelihood of that happening
is very low.
It's like a 0.001%.
I know, but there's still a chance.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Canadian government committing genocide before they just let that happen.
Yeah. Well, especially Alberta. That's their oil capital.
Well, that's the thing is...
Alberta did sign a letter saying they're not going to put up... They're not...
all 4 of them. British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and then whatever's just...
They don't want to follow the... They don't want to follow the laws
Quebec.
of the rest of...
Yeah, they don't... Quebec is what's been governing the entirety of Canada.
So the reason why I don't think it's going to happen, though, is because they've been complaining for years.
Well, here's the thing. Alberta is to Canada as Texas is to the U.S. Yeah. Every year they try to secede from the Union.
Who does?
Texas.
Oh, really?
Every year there is a push to secede from the United States, and it never happens. And Alberta is kind of the same way. Almost every year there's a push to secede from Canada, and it never ends up happening.
Watch it actually happens.
If
it happens, I'm going to be
I'm so excited. I'm going to get tickets to the Calgary Rodeo, and we're going to go spend 10 days up there. It's going to be great.
It'd be nice to cross
Alberta
the border.
is... It's funny because it's like, I was going to say, like, Alberta is just kind of gay Texas. We all know steers and queers come from Texas.
Yeah. Mostly from Austin, but yes.
Mostly from Austin.
I mean, Canada's beautiful. I'd love to be able to go up there.
Could you imagine going hunting British Columbia?
Isn't that the bear capital of North America?
Yes, but it's also where
British Columbia is beautiful, man. I love that area.
Because doesn't Steve Ranella hunt up there on Meat
Eater? I believe so.
Is it British Columbia? Because I remember the episode, they drop him off, and he's like, oh, there's a bear. Oh, there's a bear. Oh, there's another bear. Oh, there's bears everywhere.
We're in bear country. I shoot this rifle, and it's like a dinner bell.
And then they're hiking like 5 minutes into the episode, and they get charged by a mother, and they're like, oh, boosh, boosh. Like, oh, we are bear food to these guys.
Yep. We'll pivot a little for a second. John, how's the deer hunt?
I tagged out. I got my first deer.
Little guy.
Oh, I did.
Eagle.
Yeah, which is what little she spike. Said. But you know what? We had some gun problems. It's all right. It all works out.
Do you want to complain about it, or do you just gonna leave it be?
Well, Savage, you suck. Okay, I spent $1,000. Okay, your customer service is phenomenal. I will give you that. But you made me miss my big buck. And my friend got it, which, congratulations, Logan. I am glad you got it.
His gun malfunction made it, so I got the biggest buck of the journey.
Yeah, which I'm glad, but the action, so the safety got stuck, is because you have the 3-part safety, so you have safe, semi-safe, and then fire.
The semi-safe.
So it's the in-between.
It's a bolt action, right?
Oh, okay,
so
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so you have full safe, which locks the bolt in place. Half safe, which allows you to manipulate the bolt while still locking up the trigger. Then you have your red is dead,
and
which releases the trigger.
Yeah.
So at middle safe, the bolt got stuck, and it wasn't letting me do anything.
Oh,
so
man.
the buck started to go off, and I just slammed it against my knee, got everything going, and then I shot it in the neck when it was still running.
Yeah, I sat there. I sat there for probably a good 30 to 45 seconds with the crosshairs on this buck, and I'm like, John, you got to shoot it there, bud. This is yours. I told you, this one's yours. Nothing.
But
that buck starts turning around. It's like, well, he's mine now.
Yeah, it's because I was over. Did you see me over there trying to?
No, I had it in my crosshairs.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna let him go.
I was sitting there trying to get it. Like, come on, because I saw you. I saw you didn't fire. There was no noise, and so it was like, oh, he's trying to let me get this piece of shit work, and it just wasn't working. But later, Wednesday,
we'll finish it. I got him center mass. The 7 PRC put a hole about, 4-inch wide,
Holy
3-inch
crap.
big.
it was huge.
Blew out 3 ribs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And destroyed the lungs at 75 yards.
Holy crap.
And I wish I wish the camera was up, but I shit you not. That thing was probably
kinetic damage, man.
It was.
And the
it was
exit
huge,
wound. So you had your injury wound,
which is that big.
Yeah.
Tiny little thing.
Just an itty bitty hole in the entry destroyed the lungs and heart and blew a 4-inch hole in the ribs.
Other side.
And that guy from Sportsman's. These rounds don't work at less than 100 yards.
That buck was at 75 yards.
Yeah, because the bullet's designed to shatter.
Okay.
And yeah, no, they work.
Well, they
Hornady, you do a great job with your ammo.
So that buck,
if you want to sponsor us.
So that buck ran about 25 yards down the road. As he's running, John gets his gun fixed, goes and takes a shot. I see him shoot as this buck is falling down. I'm like, John, you missed. What the heck? We get up to it, and there's a massive hole in his neck.
Wow.
In his neck.
Nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why my buck's name is Charlie.
Now I get it.
That is kind of rude. Okay,
It is very dark humor.
We mean no disrespect.
We needed the laugh.
Oh my god.
But I hit it when I got it
bad.
up. When it was running, the only reason why I fired, I feel bad because I ruined the neck meat, but the only reason why I fired is it kept running. And I was
so you weren't sure how
I
badly it was
didn't.
hit.
I didn't see where he had hit it, so I just fired off that round.
So the terrain we were on, to kind of give you a perspective, is it's a narrow road. That's probably
dirt road.
It is a dirt road.
By the way,
legally.
everyone, we love Charlie Kirk. Okay.
I mean, no disrespect.
No
with that
disrespect, but
so to give you
in dark times, we need dark humor.
we had hiked for a week up on the elk hunt without seeing a thing. We had gone
2 days
2.5 days
hiking on the deer hunt.
Hiking on deer hunt, not seeing a thing. We see this one, and it's like, you know what? We need a laugh. Anyways, to give you imagery of the terrain we were in, dirt road about 10 foot wide. There's no turning around.
1,000-foot drop on
you
one
have
side.
1,000-foot drop on your left, with a huge grade on the right.
I'd say about a 10% grade.
Oh, way more than that. It's more like probably 30-40%.
Yeah, it was just miserable.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Miserable.
So we come around this bend, and that buck's standing right there. I shoot, it runs 25 yards down the road. John shoots, that thing collapses. If he would have moved 2 foot to the left, he would have fell down that mountain about 1,000 foot.
Wow.
But luckily, there was a nice guy who rode up on a side-by-side. He said we scared the crap out of him. Because it was early. It was early, what was it, 8 o'clock?
It was
8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And he's just sitting there glassing, and then we scared the piss out of him by 2 shots firing up. But he came up and offered his winch because he was worried that it had fallen down. And he was like, hey, go down there and we'll hook a rope to it and drag it up for you.
So my internet sucks here. Is there a Wi-Fi I can hook up to?
There is.
Okay.
So
I might have you hook me up to it because there's an article here I might want to talk about. This is weird.
So
we'll
my
finish up the
deer,
deer hunt and then
Yeah.
so on my deer, what was it, Wednesday? Was it Wednesday that I got mine? The day after yours?
Yeah, you got yours
Or
Tuesday.
Tuesday was my last day I could be up there before I had to go back to work. So we met a couple guys up there and they spent all day helping us. We had a situation where we stopped our truck and I get out of the truck and the doe's like 5 feet away from me. And I didn't see the buck and he could see it and he was trying to get me, what was his name, Rob?
We'll call him Ron.
Was like trying to point, but I couldn't see the buck. And so I didn't fire, and then the buck ran out. It was a good 2 point. It could have been a 3 point. I didn't really see. I know for a fact it was a 2 point. And I fired, and it decided to jump. So we just watched the bullet just go right into the trees. It ran off. We spent tracking it. Nothing. And then later that day, they get out to pee, and they're like, wait a minute, there's
a herd over there.
There's a herd. And they said there's a 2 point, and I can't see, I wear glasses to see distance. And
I didn't want to
that worked for you?
So, I just go bounding. They're like, yeah, it's over there, 365 yards away. They're like, why don't you take a shot? And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable making that type of shot.
Yeah.
I've never killed an animal before. So I wanted to make sure if I was going to fire at an animal, I'd kill it.
You wanted to make sure you got it.
And
good.
I will say, I stayed on the road and just kind of observed the herd and then watched him. He disappeared for a second, and we'd see an orange hat bounce and disappeared.
It was like a jackrabbit?
It was like an orange gazelle going through the Serengeti.
Does your wife have a video of that?
I think so.
We need to post that up. But so I get there.
Well, it'll be up in my video here in about a month.
So I only have a long sleeve shirt on, okay? The sun's going down. It's like 6 o'clock. And up in the mountains up here, it gets cold. As soon as that sun starts to go down, the temperature starts to drop. So I get behind the tree, I turn on the walkie-talkie, and I'm like, dude, I can't stop shaking. I got buck fever, and I'm cold. So I get on the other side. I use some trees to hide myself, and I get to the side of this hill, and I'm just watching this herd. Okay, these does are just like keep looking into the trees. I'm like, okay. I fire off a shot because I see them. I'm looking through the optic, and I see them. I miss. Okay? And they all just stand there like nothing's going on. Okay? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to backtrack. So I drag my butt.
It looks like a snail trail.
Yeah, my butt.
It literally looks like a snail trail.
Through the mud. You see, from the bottom, I have a video. I'll post it up on the page. From the bottom of the hill, I am dragging myself on the ground. You can't see me because I'm laying down flat, and I get up, and right when I pop up, I'm by this little pine tree. And he's finally caught up now. He's up on the hill observing me. They've made their way.
I've got eyes on the herd. And I don't have eyes on the one he's about to shoot at, but I've got eyes on the does.
And I think they got spooked by either movement from me or you. And I just pop up, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to take like a weird shot. Yeah, I guess I had to take I like pop my knee up, and I set the rifle down. And the little spike comes out, and I was like, damn it, Jonathan, just do it, boosh! And I just see him jump. He starts jumping, and
he screams over to me and says, put another round in!
Yeah, because I was worried I didn't drop in. And
you thought you hit him in the ass.
I did. I thought I hit him in the back legs, because I was aiming for right behind the shoulder.
Yeah.
But the way he was jumping... I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize that that's how they jump when they get hit. So I thought I hit him in the back legs because he was kicking his back legs, and I was like, "Oh, I just hurt him. We need another round. Somebody shoot him."
I'm sitting there with him in my scope, and I'm like, He looks like he's going down.
And he went down 20 feet, less than 20 feet away from where I shot him.
So you got a good shot.
He did.
Nice.
He got an awesome shot.
Very
Literally,
clean kill.
So
he hit his in the ribcage. I hit mine right on the shoulder blade completely. So I shoot a 7 rim mag.
Yeah.
Okay, just slightly less powerful than his.
Mm-hmm.
Completely shattered the shoulder.
Shattered the shoulder. Broke straight through the ribs.
No, stopped in the shoulder.
It stopped in the shoulder. It completely
pulverized the shoulder.
How far away?
So 159 yards.
Wow, that stopped in the shoulder blade, just obliterated the shoulder blade.
We had to throw that quarter away. There was nothing left.
The whole leg was just mangled. And so I'm assuming I hit it at an angle, and that's what because it shattered. I have pictures of it. The hole was like that.
Wow.
So you can tell that the bullet just
hit and shattered.
For you listeners,
destroyed the shoulder.
He held up his fingers, and it's probably a good 8-inch in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
The hole
that was in its shoulder.
So and that's the entry hole.
No. It was not the entry
hole. Okay.
Mm-mm.
That was on. So there's sinew in the armpit, right?
Okay.
So that front quarter is separated by some membrane between the rib cage and the meat on the shoulder itself, right? It stopped in the shoulder, and it stopped right before the ribs.
Okay.
In like that weird membrane stuff.
Okay.
And just when we picked that arm up, there was an 8-inch hole.
Okay.
In the armpit.
Basically, the exit wound through the arm
was the armpit.
Okay.
So I hit it exactly where you want to hit it.
Yeah.
You was a little in front of it.
But hey, I was a little nervous.
Either way, the important part is it dropped fast.
It did. When I ran down it, because I have a video, when I ran down it was still alive. And I was like, please just die. I don't want to put another round in
He pulled his 10, about ready to put 3 more rounds in.
Not 3. I was going to shoot it in the head.
Don't do that. You should learn from my mistakes.
How are you supposed to do a European mount when you obliterate the head? Look what you just did to the shoulder blade.
Okay.
I did that on my first one.
I didn't pull the trigger because I was looking at it and I was like, dude, just die. Just die.
He was working on it.
And then it died. And
I will say, so the guy we met, just to give a little bit of backstory, I will not say his name.
He lives locally.
He does. So to give a little bit of backstory on him, he was on the crab boats up in Alaska.
Oh boy!
Fishing right next to Russia, on one of the boats in Deadliest Catch. He left the boat crew because the camera crew wanted to start interviewing him. He wanted nothing to do with the TV show.
Oh wow!
So that's why I'm like, I will respect you not wanting to put your name out there, not wanting to put your face out there.
But great dude. I got his phone. We both have his phone number.
He wants to go hunting with us next year.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he spent...
I wouldn't mind meeting someone who has the balls to be on one of those crab fishing boats.
So, ready for this, dude? They said they had the best day watching me get my first deer than them tagging out.
Oh, yeah?
They had more fun helping us track down a deer.
Nice.
So and they were so happy.
It was 2 brothers.
Those are the good hunters out there, man. Mm-hmm. The ones who just they enjoy seeing people enjoy doing it.
So the one I shot to wasn't the one he saw. He said he saw a 2-point.
Oh, okay.
And so if I would have just chilled out for a second, I bet you that bigger one would have come out. And so, who knows? It's all right. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I got my first deer. I'm very proud of it.
You can't get smaller than what you got. You can only go bigger from where you are.
And Savage is sending
me... Jon. It's a challenge accepted.
Well, he's probably going to end up being like me, growing 1 point at a time.
Oh, and you know what? That's fine. It's like, I will say, it's been an emotional October, dude. The elk hunt was hard on us both.
Mm-hmm.
It's been rough, dude. But it's been nice to be away from politics and all this horrible news.
So I'm like, when we talk about the news and articles and everything, I've been unplugged for a month. And it's like,
it's been so nice.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But
that's something I wanted to talk to you guys about in general in our planning meetings, is like how Louder with Crowder, they do that hiatus during the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about doing the same thing, but mostly in the hunting season, because that's when all of us want to be out of here and up there in the mountains. So why not just make that same hiatus, but for the hunting season, where we can unplug completely.
It's empty.
Okay.
We can unplug completely from electronics and whatnot, get up there in the mountains and just enjoy nature, and then come back to this and hit up and start up the show.
Well, I'm all down for sharing some stories and stuff from up there.
So we have Starlink with us just because my wife still has to work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good with doing a live or something like that up on the mountain.
We could.
Just
I mean,
short.
like our little short video.
It can be just a dedicated hunt.
It can just be a dedicated hunt video. We talk about the hunt. We talk about outdoor stuff.
Because, man, we have so many stories. I mean, we have the moose story.
Freaking Ron was awesome, man.
Yeah, Ron he made my day, to be honest. And then driving home that night, because I had to go to work the next morning. See a nice 4-point. Standing in the middle of the freaking road. And I was like, are you serious? On the way down from the lake.
Yeah.
So and I was like,
how it always happens.
Maybe I just step on that gas a little bit.
That's how it always happens. Like you'll get the one that you get, and then the one you want you see on the way home.
Yep. So another story from Ron real quick. When he was on the crab boats, he woke up one morning in the Bering Strait when it was freezing. A sailor had frozen to death. Like he had froze to the railing, doing his job and died.
Damn.
It's one of those like, holy shit.
That's cold.
I would have thought the primary that I would have thought when people die it's simply going overboard, and that probably is part of it. But it's like freezing to a railing.
So it sounds like he would fish like crab and fish for 3 months, get a month off, and then go back to it again.
Yeah. No, a lot. When I was looking at possibly doing some of those jobs in Alaska, because I'm like super cheap living up there, and some of these high risk jobs though have amazing pay, and I'm not stupid, so I mean, as long as you're not stupid, most of the time you'll survive in those jobs. Yeah. And so I was looking at it, but I ended up just not doing it. It's complicated getting up there to Alaska. That's the thing. But it would have. That was one thing I was looking at. But I wasn't looking at the fishing jobs. I was looking more like at the oil rigs.
Why don't you go work in North Dakota?
Too cold.
Better hunting in Alaska.
True that.
Yeah, so I would rather go there, especially since it's easier to get moose in Alaska than it is to get beef.
Big game hunt, yes, but better bird hunts in North Dakota.
In North Dakota?
Yeah. Pheasants? Hell yeah.
Funny coming from a guy who doesn't like that birds.
I love pheasant hunting.
Oh, okay, just don't like touching them?
Yeah, no. So
this young man might actually go duck hunting with me.
I need a shotgun first.
I need to get promoted in my job so I can go with the company pheasant hunts.
So
Richo. I call pheasant hunting people rich people because it's a rich man's sport.
Hi.
One of my neighbors growing up, he was big into pheasant hunting, and that was his thing he hated the most, is how he used to just be able to go out and pheasant hunt, but then all the areas that were the best pheasant hunting places became private, and then they became those hunting clubs just for the pheasant hunting, and he hated it because he loved pheasant hunting, but he wasn't rich. And growing up, well, he was an old guy, so it's like he was growing up in a time where most of Utah County was still hunting area just because it wasn't grown that much.
That's my dad. Like, they would spend 2 to 3 months a year hunting pheasants. 43. We're at 45 minutes. You're good.
Okay, sorry, I'm tired. I mean, we've been working on doing our own European mounts today.
Yeah, I know.
So.
But yeah, he'd hunt pheasants for the entirety of the season, and they would get roosters all day long for a month. And they'd sit there for a week just processing pheasants. He says, there ain't nothing worse than when you get a group of 5 guys together and everyone has the pheasant shits. Like, has the pheasant farts. There ain't nothing that smells worse in the world.
That's funny.
Just processing pheasants, and makes for some real good eating.
Yeah?
I've heard pheasant. I heard pheasant's really good. I've never eaten.
I know collared dove isn't that bad.
I went pheasant hunting. I went pheasant hunting last year and got me, 6 birds. We put the pheasant on pizza. Holy crap, that was some of the best pizza we've had.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the collared dove I got?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys don't know, but so John and I were at our house, and there was a collared dove, they're an invasive species, sitting on top of my backyard neighbor's house. So I shoot it with a pellet gun, and it flies over to John's house and smacks against the window and drops to the ground. So I went over there and pried that thing open, pulled the breasts out, cooked them up, and it was like a mild duck. Wasn't bad at all. Trashy bird, but
yeah,
tasted like duck.
Oh, get some of that seasoning we made with a little jalapeno put in
Which
there.
Which one?
The blue shadow virus.
So
the one that
the...
We were watching Star Wars, okay?
For you Star Wars nerds, that'll ring a bell.
Okay, let's hear this.
So we've been processing meat all week, right? We did John's buck first, making sure that all his meat's good. Mm-hmm. We did a quarter of mine today. I got to come back in the morning and finish mine up. But he's like, you know what? I want to make some jerky, and I want to find a good seasoning for said jerky.
Okay.
Just have some fun, you know.
So we did a whole bunch of different dry rubs on it. Like we did, 5 different trays?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we did a couple different like barbecue rubs. We did a black pepper one. We did.
Then I Googled one, and we kind of added our own like twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we called
kinda
out
like my own personal my butt rub from my pork butt.
Yeah.
So we found the one, put our own flair to it, and it's like, you know what, this thing needs a name. What is it? What do we want to name this? And we're watching the Clone Wars.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what's I turned to John. It's like, you know what sounds really good? The Blue Shadow Virus.
And so that's the name of the. And so I did go and add powdered jalapeno to the mix, and because I ate it. It's at my house right now, and it feels like it's missing something, and I feel like it's missing the heat. You know how most jerky has a little bit of heat
now,
to
normally
it?
a lot of that will come from the black pepper that's on it, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this recipe didn't have any black pepper. It had, red pepper in it?
It had crushed red pepper flakes.
And so
and it didn't have any heat?
No.
It did not have a lot in
That's
there.
sad.
And so I added a little bit of jalapeno powder, not a lot. So I'm super curious, just because I'm like, let's just have some fun. I didn't make a lot of it, because I have the recipe memorized. So if I perfect that, then then we did take all the leftovers from the mix.
Oh yeah, we made the mall mix.
The mall mix. So I just did it on one sheet of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Just sprinkle it on the dehydrator, put it in. Next tray, sprinkle it on. So it was all just sitting there. It all mixed together, and I poured it into a bag.
It's going to be like our sourdough star. You just always put stuff in.
And you don't know, the flavor is changing constantly.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's funny.
I haven't tried that yet, and I'm actually really scared too.
We did mess up on his jerky.
I did.
Because we didn't put, you're supposed to do Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, or water to keep the seasoning onto the meat.
Okay.
And I just did dry rub.
We just put it directly onto the meat instead of putting the liquid on there and let it brine for a minute.
So you don't always...
It still tastes good.
The reason they do that, it is kind of just the best, it's the most proven technique.
It makes the seasoning adhere to the meat better.
But like what I found that works great when I'm doing my pork butts, when I'm smoking, is just giving the meat, after I season it, just time to just sit there and rest. Is why I always prep it first before I even get my fire going. Because then that way it has that time while I'm getting my smoker up to temp to just sit there and rest, and the salt oftentimes pulls liquid out, and then that helps it stay tacky onto the meat.
So we'll get the jerky perfected before we get mine in there. And
wow.
Of course, before yours.
Use mine as an experiment. I see what it is. What the hell?
I was the experiment for elk last year.
I don't really care, because I think I'm going to go to Costco and get one of their huge, just their big shoulders or whatever, and cut it up into jerky and just start experimenting. I know it's beef and it tastes different than wild game, but start experimenting with seasonings.
If you want the closest like domesticated livestock you can get to deer is goat.
Okay,
goat's not bad. I like lamb a lot though.
I know a goat farmer that
I love lamb.
does meat, so maybe I'll do that.
If you can get like a rear end from a goat
and cut it up into jerky,
That's going to be your closest you can to a deer.
Yeah, because I just want to experiment with the flavoring. So next year when we tag out on a deer, we have that and we're set. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, this is the jerky I want. Let's get started on this.
So yeah, deer is like a goat. Elk is similar to cow, and then your moose is similar to like
I don't know. I just love it.
It's similar to like a 1A Wagyu. It's not really fatty, but it's better. It's like a better beef.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, moose is amazing. I've had that, and I love elk. Elk. That's the thing, though, too. You are right. It's out of all the domestic animals, it's most similar to beef, and for the most part, my wife and I just all of our recipes for beef, we just exchange it out with elk, and it tastes just fine.
It's mountain beef. Is all elk is,
and it's fantastic.
Yes,
I love it.
But what was the article you was wanting to talk about?
So
we've been on hunting now for
a while. Let's do a little hard transition. So we had talked about the whole Nigeria thing. So I got the actual term here. President Donald Trump is being praised after he declared Nigeria a, quote, country of particular concern, acronym CPC. Guess who he's being praised by?
The Dems?
Well, no. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. Well, Senator Ted Cruz is praising him. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But Nicki Minaj.
Really?
Nicki Minaj is actually praising him for that. It's like, that was unexpected. So it's like, hey, I mean, there are some people out there that they're not like complete lost causes, pretty much. Like they realize, sometimes these things are happening, and you just gotta join with people when they're doing things that you like, pretty much.
Speaking of Trump in foreign countries, did you see what happened with Trump in Japan and Korea the other day?
Oh, I know. Korea gave him the crown. That was freaking hilarious.
That was really funny.
So right after the No Kings protest, Korea gives him a crown.
And then Japan's new female leader that deported a whole bunch of illegal immigrants.
So there's that. And then Trump went and visited Japan the other day. It was like, I can't remember the number, but it was insane. It was like 1 in 4 or 1 in 6 people who went to go see Trump were cosplaying as Trump.
Oh gosh, that's what all that dancing group was. Oh my gosh, because I saw that video, but that makes so much more sense.
Trump is going to be the next major anime character.
Oh, seriously. And that's the thing too. A lot of people don't realize in Japan, like in America, a lot of our ads and whatnot are just live action ads where it's just people doing the ads or the actors doing the ads. In Japan, that's not the case. Like, there's celebrities. Like, our celebrities go and do commercials for various companies. There's celebrities in Japan that go and do commercials for the companies are anime characters.
I mean, we got K-pop demon hunters playing over here for the Watson child. So.
Oh, good lord, if I have to watch that show one more time, I'm going to smash my head through a window, dude.
I don't mind it, but that just might be the Z in me.
But yes, Japan, their celebrities are the anime characters.
I'm sorry.
It's like you get people impersonating various celebrities on street corners and whatnot across the U.S. Same thing in Japan, but for anime characters.
Yeah.
It's like it's just interesting because their celebrities they have celebrities that are people, but a lot of their celebrities are characters, which is really, it's weird to us, it's weird to them, it's normal, obviously. But
I just have to laugh that
like, Trump's going to become a major anime character.
You hit him twice with the sun, and now they're admiring an orange man.
You can blame CNN for that. They're the ones that went and added the filter to make him look orange.
That is fair.
They're the ones that did it. And now he's becoming the sun.
Yep. So
he is the rising sun over Japan.
Oh yeah, Donaldson.
Well, that'll be the third sun we rose over Japan, right?
Yes. Yep. So, what else we got? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, and that's the thing is, with this crap with the computer, I almost just wanted to check out because I'm just like, I got so frustrated over it because this computer I've had it is old, but I've used it so lightly, and yet my Xbox that I've had longer than this computer is still running strong. And so I guess props to Microsoft on the Xbox.
No, do not support them right now. Did you see how much they're charging for their new console that's coming out next year?
No, I haven't.
$700.
Oh, that's
they
ridiculous.
upped Game Pass. No, Microsoft's a dying company for the Xbox.
Well, let's just alright, let's get into gaming for a second. Friggin' Nintendo, you don't own the game, you don't own the console or any of the games. You're leasing the console and leasing the games. Friggin' Microsoft is jacking up prices.
My prices stayed the same because I didn't cancel it. So
I think a lot of it is, I wonder if there's I need to look into it. There might be a trend of people moving away. Moving away from gaming as much. Because that's the thing too, that's me. I've only, this last week I've started playing games more again just to cut
PlayStation
loose.
is the only console that's staying strong right now.
But they're also the only ones that aren't integrating other games.
I do know PC gamers basically declared victory as the master race. Much.
The console wars are over.
Yeah, they are. The console wars are over.
Which is fine.
PC declared victory. They won.
Well, that's fine. They won fair and square.
Yeah. They won fair and square.
Microsoft pretty much committed suicide on itself. Okay. They just with I don't mind games sharing across consoles and stuff.
Well,
but it's the fact that you need to keep some exclusives because how do you Halo? Okay, they've screwed over Halo so much. This is coming from a super Halo nerd over here. Okay, they're sharing it with PlayStation. It's a big no-no. Back in the day, that was
and Halo is a big name. You don't when it's something that big, you don't normally want to cross-play that. You don't normally want to have both.
But as a non-gamer, I'm not into the gaming space whatsoever.
Yeah.
I also see the benefit of sharing a platform.
Well, here's the thing.
So if the consoles have already lost to the PC, you've got to strengthen your console somehow.
So here's the thing, they are doing that, but Microsoft keeps shooting themselves in the foot because the CEO of Microsoft right now only cares about money. And if he were to actually lower the price for everything, because they up the prices for games to $70. Okay? Me as an Xbox fan, I love Xbox. I own all their consoles from the original.
Is that just AAA games or is that all of them?
All of them have increased in price. As far as I understand, I don't play as often as I used to. I got a family now. The thing is I'm fine with sharing games with PlayStation. And PlayStation, vice versa. Let's do that. But I'm sorry, computers getting to the point that it's way better. I hated it. Still hate it when they added the ability to cross-play with computer, because computer players always win against consoles. I'm sorry, playing on a computer is a heck of a lot easier than a console. Also, 95% of... get mad at me, people yell at me in the comments. Computer players are some cheaters. There's so many easy ways to cheat on a computer than there is a console. But again, this is coming from somebody who doesn't play that often. I play Minecraft with my boys on Sundays after church. We get together as a family and play Minecraft. And maybe once or twice the week, maybe I'll play for 15 minutes and then I'll shut it off because I gotta do stuff with the kids. I'll turn it on, play with my brother. But it's getting out of control. But
so, other interesting news. I saw this over these last 2 weeks. The governorship, but also in general, conservative politics in New York and New Jersey most likely they'll lose, but they actually might have a chance. So
really,
yeah. So this is interesting. Manhattan, I have real clear.
New York and New Jersey might get a conservative governor.
Might.
New York
and New Jersey
might. Most likely.
That communist guy.
Well, no, that's the mayor.
That's mayor in New York.
That's mayor.
Oh.
Zoran Mandani is running for mayor.
Yeah, which he might get deported.
Current governor of New York is Holtroll, and then she's got this person, Stuyfink. I think that's how it's pronounced, running against them. But Manhattan Institute's a conservative polling firm, but for the most part, conservative polling firms or conservative think tanks like this place, they don't tend to do terrible on their polls. They do tend to be right-wing weighted more. Manhattan Institute has a New York governor race. The spread shows +1 for Stuyvesant, 43 to 4 against 42, barely in the lead, the conservative. Now, what's interesting though too, that was October 27th and then September 15th, and this is an earlier poll by looks like Siena. They have Holtroll, the Democrat, ahead by 25 points. So either one of them really messed up, or there's a trend going away from the Democrat Party and towards the Republican Party in New York.
That'd be very interesting.
It would be very interesting, especially if frickin' Zora Mandani gets in New York City, but then the governor of the state becomes Republican. That's going to be a really interesting one to see.
He's not. That guy is most likely going to get deported.
Could get deported. We'll see how that actually works out. I mean...
Oh. Did you guys see that dad that got arrested for shooting the judge, got out on bail, and is now running for sheriff?
It's not, no.
No, that's not
Not
completely accurate.
I thought that was all one of the same story.
No. So there was a sheriff's deputy for one office, for this one sheriff's deputy. The judge that he went into the office, there's video footage of it, and just point blank blasts the judge. And the reason he blasted the judge is he found out that the judge was using his position to basically either let people out early or whatnot, give them deals to let them out early, or at least women prisoners that let them out early, by hosting them over for orgies. Yeah.
And creating sex trafficking.
And the reason he came and shot him up is, it turns out, his wife and daughter got manipulated into it as well by him. So he went psycho and blasted the judge.
Well, he did try to put a stop to it, though.
Oh, did he actually even try to?
So
he
from
even
what
tried
I understand,
beforehand.
so there was places put in, and when a judge is corrupt as that, they have a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? And not justifying his means. It's not okay. Like, arrest the guy, okay? But
pardon. I'm sorry. Did that come out?
But it happened. Went in there, shot him. The dad that you're talking about, that's running for sheriff.
Yeah, what's this?
He went and killed the kid. Or the guy that raped his daughter. The police let him go.
Okay.
So he hunted him down and killed him.
So
or whatever.
So he's out on bail and now running for sheriff.
Yeah, because the sheriff's department didn't do their job and keep the guy locked up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
you
fair.
know what? Where's his GoFundMe? I'll freaking donate money.
No, seriously. And this is the problem with those George Soros AGs, and I bet you if we went and looked into it with his case...
Yeah, what's his name?
It may have been a George Soros AG behind a lot of it.
There was another GoFundMe.
But the whole soft on crime thing that's been going on for a while, and it's not even just in liberal areas, even in Utah, it's happened periodically. It doesn't work. Like, that's the thing, is the police know typically who the criminals are, because it's the majority of... Well, it's not that they don't do anything. It's like, what point do they feel in even doing anything when they go and they arrest them, and then they end up just getting released by the AG? So it's not even their fault entirely. It's just this whole soft on crime approach has been terrible. And they know who the criminals are going to be, because it's always like the same group of criminals that are the repeat offenders that do majority of the crimes.
So he is from Lonoke County, Arkansas.
I know he has a GoFundMe page, so go support him, guys. I'm sorry, as a dad with a daughter,
no, yeah,
I would do the same exact thing.
I have a daughter too, and that's the thing. It's like, what was it? This meme where it shows that they ask a mom if they would kill for their
and all
child,
of them say
and
no.
all of them say no, but they would all say they would die for their daughter. But then it's like,
the man.
you ask the dad, like, would you kill for your child? And it's like, well, how many?
Yeah.
Like, how many do you need me to do? Like, it's
don't. Don't ask, don't tell.
So the nice thing is here in Utah County though, Mike, the sheriff.
What is his name?
I don't know his last name, but it's Mike something. He's sworn like an affidavit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All the sheriffs have signed it that they are very good. The sheriff's department here is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They won't take away our guns. They're not going to listen to the governor on that. Like when he was trying to pull all his unconstitutional stuff, they said, bug off. So, but no, I'm excited. In 4 days, I find out if I won the election for where we live.
City council, yeah.
For city council, so. But man, I am exhausted, so I'm going to have to dip, man.
Go ahead. If you need a dip, go ahead and dip. I kind of want to cover real quick what's kind of up and coming for the pod
Mike
here.
Smith.
Yep.
That's his name. Or Utah County Sheriff.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty cool.
I like the facial hair. Not too much, but just enough to be bold.
He's rocking the handlebars, isn't he?
Doesn't look like it. In this photo, it doesn't look like the handlebars. He's got the.
He's got the full beard now.
Yeah, he's got the full beard. He just keeps it short.
I was gonna say he rocked the handlebars forever.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I guess right before we end up here or close up here, I kind of want to talk about what's up next for the pod.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do audio here for a while.
At least until the computer situation is fixed, we'll be doing audio.
Which that is being worked on right now.
Without my computer, it makes it a little harder
Yep.
for me to even get the Spotify and stuff set up to have that put up on the Spotify.
Well, if you want to hang out for a second, we can get this set up. That way, I can get everything uploaded tonight and ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we have to download all the stuff for Spotify. We don't want to put our latest episode just all start off on Spotify.
No, I know.
So.
I know. I can do all that pretty easy. I don't know when the next guys' night is, but are we gonna do interviews that night?
Oh yeah, I dropped the ball on that because there was supposed to be one this month, and as the steward of guys' night, while Jon, the king of guys' night, was off doing the hunts and stuff.
That's all right.
I dropped the ball, and that's typical of stewards. Like in Gondor, they failed.
The beacon of Gondor's been lit, and the king shall return.
Oh, he's returning all right. He is returning for the
Yeah, I'll
guys'
shoot
night.
a text out tomorrow and set a date.
I do owe Kevin a steak. I was thinking about getting him
I want him on the podcast. I want to host him.
Yeah.
He's
He's a member of our guys' night group where we started this podcast. He's the guy who's helping us fix the computer, and I'm thinking about getting him a tomahawk steak. And so before guys' night, I'm gonna start smoking it to maybe about a 120 internal, and then frickin' reverse searing that thing.
And so things kind of got put on hold. I'd have to say with the computer kind of going kaput, it threw a huge wrench.
With the computer going out and October just being our busy month,
yeah, just get used to that. October is going to be a crap month forever until we're too old to lift up firearms.
Yeah, it really.
And then I'll get one for a wheelchair.
The computer taking a crap really discouraged me because it's just my wife and I for the last year we had gotten into some problems for the most part. So we gotten kicked down, and then just as we're getting out of that, we got kicked again. Just as we're getting out of that, the computer took a crap, and it's just like, for goodness sakes, please just give us a break. But no, this year's been a rough year for my wife and I. When it just finances, timing of everything, being able to do anything that we want. It's just been a rough year.
I feel you there.
Yeah, I know
my
you
truck,
feel
I feel you there.
Oh, I know. Your truck has been a nightmare.
$4,000 on the truck, and then have it breaks again, and mechanical or $6,000 to fix it. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can.
So.
But the podcast, I mean, we'll do audio. We'll keep you guys up to date. We're gonna do some. Let's just start recording some shorts for these guys, like even individually, and we can send them to each other with our group chat, and we'll be like, hey, I agree with that. Post that, and then you can start posting from your phone.
We don't even have to agree with everything on because we have our own areas where we disagree with on stuff.
True.
And
just
so
start posting some shorts, guys.
We need to. That's one thing we need to do is put up some more shorts, just in general. And that's the thing. The news articles that we thought we want to talk about, we can talk about in a short. Just do a quick short 3-minute video on it. Then that way we can still cover some of these topics, but then it's not part of the main show.
Well, unless you guys really want us to talk about those like, on the short, if you're like, hey, we would love you to go more in depth into this, just comment on it, and we'll be like, okay, we'll put that into the episode.
There's that, and we do now have the community Discord.
Yeah, we do.
If you want to put any articles that you want us to cover in there,
we need to put the
community
link.
Discord, is that set up though specifically for invite only, or is it publicly findable?
I can go either way. I need to talk to you two about how we want to set that up. I can do public, or I can have a link in the YouTube bio that people can click on and access it.
Well, this is kind of where it gets into that spiritual thing in general, where there's the prophecies that men in the last days, the hearts of men will fail them. And I've been wanting to take the guys' night and convert that into my calling in the church as the emergency preparedness specialist, and use that inside a guys' night inside the ward, because the most important part of surviving any crisis is community. And as my dad's, he's the emergency preparedness specialist in his ward, and I was asking him about, like, how often do you guys in your ward, which is in the neighborhood, as for those of you who aren't members of the church, it basically ends up being your neighborhood, it's how often do they actually really talk to each other outside of the church setting itself? And he said pretty much never. And it's like, well, how can you besides the fact that you at least share the same religion, how can you really feel like you can rely on each other in a crisis to be able to work together if you don't know each other that well? John's gonna go ahead and get out of here.
I gotta get my child home.
And so I wanted to try and take the guys' night and model it over a ward.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Have a
Don't
good
stay
one.
up too late.
This shouldn't go on for too much longer.
No, it won't.
5 minutes, because both of you.
I need a ride, if you can.
I can get you a ride tonight.
Okay.
Okay, hopefully I don't get a ticket on my truck on the road. I should be okay.
You should be fine.
You'll be good.
I'll just push it in tomorrow. If you can come over to my house tomorrow, and we'll push it up into my driveway.
Okay, so he doesn't need to come over tonight then?
No, I won't.
But I'll
make him
still
drive
give
over.
you a ride
to my house.
Yeah.
Cause he just lives up the street.
Yeah.
I was going to do it, but I gotta get
All right.
I gotta get my little man home.
No, you get him home.
I gotta get home and
I'll
get
probably
these
be
brains.
shortly behind you. But so I was wanting to take the guys' night and model that over a ward, effectively over one of our wards, and test it out. And then after that, if it worked out fairly well, so then at that point I'll probably end up. I would say I'd be taking a hiatus from guys' night, but if we're doing the podcast, we might end up just hosting it at my place anyways permanently. But then if I do that, then go to my dad and see if he's able to then model it over his ward.
Leave it here. I'll take care of it.
Because if we can model it over my
take care of
ward,
it.
if we can model it over my ward and then model it over his ward and it's working, we could get this possibly to grow inside the church. Because that's the thing, is the guys' night, probably the most important part about it is that we've had other guys around us from different backgrounds, different experiences, different fields of expertise, and we're all able to just hang out, give each other support when we just need support, talk about issues, stage interventions when the interventions were necessary. But then also
tell you we do have a chat like that in our ward?
Yeah.
We do. Just nobody uses it. We set up a chat. Just to let you know, we do have a chat.
Yeah.
That is set up for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Just everybody's
uses
old. Well, no. A lot of people don't have
tech.
The
knowledge to go
the
behind
knowledge to go and use it.
Mm.
But our Elders Quorum presidency actually set up a messaging on GroupMe for that reason, to try to get everyone to communicate outside of church.
Yeah. Well, I might be setting up a separate one, and then we'll see which one works out, basically. And if it works over both, it could grow. And then if it grows and spreads, I mean, I think that's the thing is, as I said, like as the emergency preparedness specialist, my job is to help make sure the people in our congregation are prepared in the case of an emergency. And if you can't rely on people around you, how can you expect? How can you expect to even be able to get clean water for people if you can't rely on people to really work together? Because when you work together, that's when you can really get the most done, especially when it comes to survival.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll get that Discord figured out. I think.
Well, I would say.
Do you want it public?
I would say public, and then basically you, me, and John are the kings over it.
So the way I've got it set up right now is that there's like at everyone, so anyone can be a part of it, and then you have the role of like the guys, which would be our main guys' night group, and they have access to a special chat that we can just talk to everyone inside of the guys' group, and then the three of us are the hosts. So we have server control.
Yeah.
That way, like, if you want to come over here, I can show you kind of what we got going on here.
Yeah. Let's take a look, because
I know you need to jump in on, like, get into it, but...
No, yeah, because...
I've got it set up.
Because then we can get other guys into Guys Night Group to be moderators of it, and then we can even just have this expand. And if it's that way, if it's public, we can even create separate channels for separate regions.
Yeah.
So then people can even coordinate Guys Nights inside different regions or inside different wars, however it ends up going.
Yeah.
Because like if we can have this kind of a community or find a way to help generate this kind of a community, it could really go a long ways to helping everyone out. We don't have to really do this right now.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. Like, anyway, on the Discord I've got set up. You got your info, your welcome and info.
Awesome.
Just a whole bunch of rules that are there.
That's fantastic.
You got your general chat, memes, good news, and then we got show notes, potential articles. I've got kind of the guideline of what we got going on here, and then you got show critiques. If you have anything you want to say about what we're doing here, you do this. You do it that way, and then here's that special group, just guys' night, and that is locked to the guys and the hosts only. So. Oh, shoot dang. I will resend that link to you.
This is taking me to the other Discord, the one that I use for the show that you put in there.
Shouldn't.
That's the one it's taking me to.
Here. Yeah. So it should have, anyways.
You might need to resend the link for this one.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll just do this.
Or did you send me the link in here? Oh, I think you sent me. Yeah, you sent me the link in a DM. There we go. Now I'm in it.
Now you're a host. Okay.
So yeah, other housekeeping stuff. Any other ideas or thoughts?
So with the guys' night that's coming up, I say we get whoever wants to be on that can come on and do like a 10-minute segment with them, and they can talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Okay.
I know I've got a guy from work that wants to come on, and he wants to talk like Halo anime.
Interesting.
Like
I'm not against it.
He loves Halo. He's been a Halo fangirl ever since he was little.
He's one that would want to come on too, huh?
Yeah.
Has he been to the guys' night or no? Okay.
No, let's just say he got kicked out of his D&D group.
Oh gosh.
Because there was some polyamory going on.
Oh.
He wanted nothing to do with it, so he kicked himself out.
Oh,
so and he's looking for a new...
He's self-ejected, so he's looking for a new group of people to hang out with.
Yeah.
Well, good news on him, because that whole setup for our podcast studio, I actually want to have it be functional for D&D, even though I used to make fun of people for D&D.
I think it'd be fun.
I've never played D&D, but I'm like, you know what? A way to make extra money on this is if I can do recordings for people D&D sessions.
So he does DM if we wanted to get a game going.
Devin in the group He's one of the eternal DMs out there. The guy that always ends up being the dungeon master. So he'd probably be good at that too.
So we got a bunch of different options. Devin would be a really good one to have on.
And I mean, his mustache is pretty killer.
Yep. I think Travis would be a good one to have on.
Okay.
Where he works he works the mines. I think it'd be kind of interesting to get the perspective of a miner out there.
And that's actually, I would like. I've thought about that, and I would like to get him on because I mean, that's the thing is you really don't get the perspective from blue collar guys. And to be fair, he's a gringo in the mining field.
Oh yeah, he's new.
He's brand new, but at the same time, it's like he's got an eye inside of it, and a lot of people don't see what it's like. And it's coal mining, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there in the coal mine. So how often do you get to hear from coal miners what it's like to be a coal miner?
Well, if you're out in Price all the time.
Well, yeah, if you're out in Price, everyone's a coal miner. That's the only job to do out there, pretty much, besides being the restaurant for the coal miners.
Yep. It's like getting a bunch of these blue collar guys on because we have a lot of different blue collar jobs going on.
We got a couple white collar ones too, some techie guys in there.
Yeah.
And it's not bad to hear from them either. I think that's also what's actually really good about the Guys Night group is we have guys from all sorts of different fields, and so it helps all of us kind of keep connected with each other from these other fields.
I would love to get down on.
Yeah.
Maine.
Yeah.
The old king.
Yeah, the old king. I don't know why it took me a second. Oh yeah, I know why. Because I have a Dallin at work who's a welder, and we give him a lot of shit.
But it would have to be over like a Discord call.
Or if next time he's visiting in Utah, schedule a show episode for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing the show hopefully every weekend. That's the goal. Is every weekend we do it. So chances are he'll come on a weekend. We can.
I think he's coming back out spring break
because he's going into aircraft mechanics, and eventually I believe he wants to be a pilot, doesn't he?
Yes. So I met him in machine school.
Oh really?
That's where that's where me and him met. Was in machine school.
That's awesome.
So we're both certified machinists.
Yeah, I knew he was a machinist.
So yeah,
that's
he was
awesome.
He was the tall, scary dude in my class until I got to know him.
He is a tall guy, isn't he?
Yep. So met him, met John, met you, and then somehow got thrown into the host of into the room.
I know, right?
So other housekeeping things we need to do for this. Any?
So that's the other thing is I'm still working on trying to save up any funds I can or see if I can scrounge up any funds I can just for improving the studio and equipment. I mean, I've got the cable and I've run a bunch of cable, so I've got outlets in the walls waiting for the circuit to be completed. Everything's wired up, I just haven't connected it to a breaker. And then I need to get outlets in the walls again for where the cameras will be mounted. And then just besides that, I mean, obviously camera mounts and drywall to go up there as well, but I need to get I need wood for putting up backing behind the drywall before that goes up so we can mount the cameras to those spots.
Yep.
Because we don't want that just in drywall. That will probably be a bad day.
Not good.
And knowing my luck, that'll happen mid-episode.
Yep. So, it looks like this podcast will be up on Spotify, YouTube.
Maybe not Spotify, but we'll try that.
I think we can get Spotify.
You think we can get that tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll try to get that tonight.
Possibly Spotify, YouTube. Gonna try and get this up on Rumble as well.
Okay.
Possibly.
Rumble shouldn't be hard. Rumble probably would be the easiest.
Possibly Apple Music, Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Possibly. Your two big ones that you want is Spotify and Apple Music.
When it comes to podcasts, just at least the audio format.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones you want to get on.
So, we'll see what we can get done there.
Yeah. I should just go up there and upstairs and actually just do a short so people can actually see what progress has been made on studio setup. Oh, and I need money for the lights, because once we can get the lights in though too, we can get rid of all the extra equipment for lighting, so we can give that back to Mannequin, and then he can sell it because he just wants to sell off all of his equipment, and none of his equipment's been helpful, but none of it is good for long-term use in the studio.
Yeah.
So. Oh, and table. The countertop.
Yeah, now that the hunt's done and over with, we can start focusing up on the table. I want to hear your guys' ideas. Those of you who are crafty.
Yeah, I did like your idea within the table, since it would be epoxy, putting the actual symbol for the show in there and then using brass for the yellow.
Yes.
That was actually a cool idea. Maybe not for the body of the bee.
Use bullets.
Oh yeah, maybe use the bullets. Just use a bunch of bullets.
Yeah.
Buy a bunch of those at the store. Those are freaking cheap as hell. And then use that specifically for the bee. That would actually be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? In the future, we may end up completely changing the logo anyways over time. If you got ideas for a better logo, though, I mean, submit art, I guess.
Let's. We want this to be a community. We want to hear from you guys. We want to know kind of what your thoughts and opinions are on everything. So don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to voice your opinions. If you don't want to do it on the social platforms, YouTube, Spotify, all that, just put it up on the Discord.
Yeah.
We do have a show critique. So if you have any critiques for us, let us know. Any praises, any shut the hell up, guys. And
absolutely.
So this is meant to be for everyone.
Yeah, but details on the table, though, at least for now. I mean, so we had decided, 5 foot by 10 foot?
Ish.
And then I'm going to do
about the size of that pool table is what I'm thinking.
And we're just going to do the top, because I'm going to handle building the base. I'm going to have that built into the house, because then I can also just run wiring through it.
Yep.
And then, should we put outlets built into the table?
Yes.
Okay. So do we want those? How do we want those facing? Do we want them facing up or facing down? Because do I need to build a base for it to go?
They're going to be built into the column. I'll help you build the columns.
Okay, so we'll just build those into the columns.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we going to do a big cooler spot in there?
I'm not sure. But the thing is, if we don't put the table all the way up against the back wall, we can always just have the cooler there.
Mm-hmm.
So, because no one's really going, well, if anyone sits there, it'll be me. But then we could just put the cooler at the other end, too.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, yeah, anyone who's crafty, voice your opinions.
Yeah. See what you think. You saw, I guess you could see a little bit of detail of what the upstairs looks like that's going to become the studio. So you got any ideas that might help? I know I had a little fun idea, whether it actually would be practical or not, was just that railway around just do a model railway around the studio. But that probably won't even end up being practical. Unless I do a freaking N scale one just so it stays out of the way for the most part.
Yeah. So. Other than that, is there any other housekeeping we got?
Not that I know of yet. But I mean, yeah, at some point we probably just need to get together and actually discuss roles and expectations in general for all three of us.
I think
what's expected from all three of us, and what roles each of us will fulfill specifically.
Yeah, I think that's more of a private.
That'll be more private. But that's something
a three
we do.
of us conversation.
And yeah, definitely John needs to be here for that conversation. That's something we definitely need to discuss.
Mm-hmm. What's y'all's favorite segments we've done? I'm curious.
Yeah,
we're at the very end of this, but what's y'all's favorite segments? Do you like my history bits? Do you like his racism bits? Or do you like John's
racism bits? Oh, man.
Or whatever the devil John does.
Yeah, I know, right? But even then, give us any feedback, what you like, what you don't like, and if we disagree with what you don't like, we'll just tell you to go screw yourself, and as politely as possible.
Nah.
Okay, not politely, I guess.
We'll pay some attention to it, but
or whoever that lady was that commented about us all looking the same and dressing the same and whatnot.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh yeah, my reply to that.
Yep.
I loved it. Go look up our shorts. There's a short up there. Look at the comments. You'll find one lady that was critical. We don't have many shorts, so it's not going to be a long search.
2 right now, but we're going to be changing that shortly. So.
And it was funny. It was funny. I loved my reply. So you liked my reply.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and call it.
I think we're going to end that there. But thank you guys for sticking around for the hour and a half of just plain audio.
Yeah. You can find John at Walking with Watson.
You can find me at Beard, Brass, and Blood.
And I'm here at the Rum IRL. You guys have a good day.
See y'all on the flip side.